Today is a sad day. Today is the day I sell my RED. I've had a 10-year history with RED owning their cameras. This is my long-term perspective with it and why I'm selling it. I am definitely a bit brokenhearted and of two minds just because I've shot a lot of my own projects, films, music videos, so many with it. I shot a feature film with it. You know, I've had nothing but good experiences, really. I never had any big issues, and the image quality is pretty outstanding. So today is gonna be a send-off. I'm actually shooting a few inserts for my film. We shot it mostly on the FX9. There were a couple of VFX shots that I did use the RED for, and it was amazing for those. But just as kind of a fun little send-off, I'm gonna put the anamorphics on the RED. Maybe I'll talk through the camera a little bit as I'm going, and we'll use that to show you, yeah, this camera that I love before I sell it. The reason I'm getting rid of it is really twofold. One, which is just the value of these things is kind of plummeting, and I don't use it that much. So I'm trying to sell it for $4,000, which is crazy because I've probably spent more like almost $30,000 over the years getting all the pieces and the upgrades and all the things that I did. And you know, it has worked that whole time, pretty much making money with the exception of the past year. So I think I've probably done fine on it. I don't think it has generated a lot of money. I'm pretty sure it's paid for itself. At the time that I got it, I was shooting on the FS7 and the image quality, the color was something that I really felt that I needed. Now, as time has gone on, with the other Sony cameras that I use, like the A7S III and the FX9, I don't have the same issues, and I find that the ease of use is so much better on those cameras that even though I love the image from the RED, I'm just not reaching for it as often. And even, I think the final reason that I decided to sell it was this last film that I did. You know, the image quality difference between the RED and the FX9 just did not even seem worth the hassle of using the RED. So if you're not gonna use the RED to shoot a film, there's really no point in keeping it around because that's like the thing it's made for. Here we have the camera, and I'm actually gonna shoot these on the anamorphic to match the shots from the FX9. So I'm gonna real quickly change the mount. We'll put the anamorphic lens on it. And then, yeah, this is just inserts. So I've got a projector set up, and we're just shining shots through the projector. They're kind of cutaways in the film. Like, we shot already with some, but I wanted the option of some extra images. So I have just like a box of these slides. I'm definitely not gonna shoot them all, but I'm just gonna try and get a bunch of static shots that I can sort of stitch together and hopefully use it to tell the story. The RED has just depreciated in value so much, and I was trying to figure out why that has happened, and I think the answer is RED doesn't service it. They don't support it in any way. The accessories you can't really get anymore except finding secondhand, and they probably never will. So when you think about, like, should I buy this camera for $4,000, which I think is a great value for what you get, but then you think about, like, okay, you could buy like an FX3 or something like that. I get why it's a little bit more of a challenge. Like, for the specific use case of the RED, it's still gonna be unbeatable. It shoots raw video, you know, at very reasonable bit rates for being raw, and at the same time, it can shoot really fast frame rates. So in 6K, it can shoot like almost 100 frames per second, and if you go down to 2K, it can shoot 300. So there's a lot to like about this Dragon-X DSMC2 camera, and the sensor is just legendary. It's been around for 15 years. The colors are amazing. The highlight roll-off is great. It has a ton of dynamic range. You cannot beat the look from it. This is actually kind of an ideal scenario because I don't really know what the white balance needs to be, and that's the nice thing with RAW is you can just change it in post. I mean, this camera is a 6K camera, so it's easy to reframe stuff in post. This monitor is a touchscreen monitor, and you have to have some way to control the camera, but it doesn't come with one natively. So you either have to have this or like a side handle, and a lot of these accessories just don't, they don't make them anymore. So, and it's only been a few years, so I could imagine like 5 or 10 years from now when there's no support and no accessories, you know, that's kind of why it's depreciated so quickly. This is the insert from a few different angles. We'll get it here, we'll get it over there, and I'm just gonna run some slides through it. So yeah, we'll do that right now. So it's kind of an experimental project. I don't really know exactly what's supposed to be on with these slides. So I'm just gonna pull out a box, and these are old slides from the 50s. I've been playing around with different ways to utilize these because they're just so cool. And it's kind of like a lost, you know, from the 50s. It's like kind of a generation of people who are not really here anymore. So we'll pop it in and find some cool shots, hopefully, that we can use as some cutaways and inserts for the film. It's like this, yeah, so basically. Yeah, there we go. And then Boom, look at that. And it looks like it's not in focus either, so there we go. The media, like it uses this proprietary media. You can't buy it anywhere else, and it's really expensive. RAW is nice, but it's just, shooting long form stuff in RAW is just, you just blow through hard drives. Quite on the frame. So now we're all set up. We're going to do the second insert. One of the things about the RED that is great is just the raw format. You can do so much with it. We're shooting 8:1 right now, 48 frames per second, and these are going to be just some shots of the letter coming through the door. We shot them before, but I wasn't crazy about the lighting or the door, so we found a different door, and now we're doing different lighting. Here we go. This short film, for the shots are in, should be coming out next year, so you can kind of see it more complete when it's finished, and we can see how the shots line up back to back. So the real reason I'm getting rid of this is just because I am pretty much sold on the Sony ecosystem. The colors, now that we're doing more finishing in DaVinci, are amazing. I guess this will be a good example to really truly A/B test, because we're gonna have this scene that we shot on the 9, and then we get the scene from this RED. I know they're gonna match just fine, but it'll be like, okay, do we see any noticeable differences in the finish? I'm sure we will see some, but you know, you just cannot beat convenience, and when you're trying to be creative and make things, you want a tool that gets out of your way. The RED, much as I love what I've got out of it, it's always in the way. You know, the audio sucks. I don't even think the DSMC3 really fixed this. The audio sucks. The ND situation sucks. The autofocus is just not nearly as good as from these other cameras. And I think it makes a lot of sense why RED was acquired by Nikon, because Nikon can take the good things and kind of work it into their cameras and utilize their patent, which no one else has access to for a little while. So, you know, I think RED being acquired probably has killed the value of these cameras even more. And you know, you never bought these things thinking that they would really hold their value, but it is insane how much the RED has depreciated. So that is why I'm getting rid of it. So I hope you enjoyed some of the shots from the film. If you're still using one of these cameras, let me know in the comments what you think, or you could buy mine. I think it might still be on eBay. I don't know, if it doesn't sell, I may have to keep it. I may actually keep the camera. I haven't decided yet. But if you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe.